Dear students, this is the last class I am doing on the topic atoms. Before this video, we have uploaded 3 videos on the same topic. Those who have not seen those videos, kindly go through the videos and then watch this video. In the last class, we solved 21 problems. Till last class, we have solved 21 problems. The problem number 22. The problem number 22 says that the relation between kinetic energy and potential energy of electron moving in an orbit around the nucleus is. What is the relation between kinetic energy and potential energy of electron? So we know that electrons are revolving around the positively charged nucleus. Electrons are negatively charged particles and they are moving around this positively charged nucleus. These electrons are having some energy. With that energy, they are revolving around the nucleus. The total energy of the electron, which is denoted by the symbol E. Let E be the total energy of the electron with which this electron is revolving around this nucleus. This total energy is divided into 2 energies, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is denoted by the symbol K. It is already mentioned in the question, K, and potential energy is denoted by the symbol U. So total energy of the electron, E, is equal to, it is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is the total energy. Now let us see what is the expression for this kinetic energy. We know that kinetic energy is because of velocity. Kinetic energy, K, is equal to, what is the general expression for kinetic energy? This is the general expression for kinetic energy. K is equal to half m into v square. So kinetic energy for a given particle, m is constant. So half m is constant in this expression. K is directly proportional to velocity. So as the electron moves in its orbit, its velocity changes, therefore kinetic energy, because kinetic energy is directly proportional to velocity. As the velocity changes, kinetic energy also changes, so kinetic energy K. This is a general expression for kinetic energy. Here, what is the expression for kinetic energy in case of electron? So this is R. R is the radius or the distance. So the kinetic energy K is equal to E square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R. This is the expression for kinetic energy of electron, where E is charge of the electron and we know the value of charge, which is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. 8 pi and epsilon naught are all the constants. Pi value we know 3.14, epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. R, what is R? R is the distance. So the expression for kinetic energy of electron which is revolving around the nucleus, K, is equal to E square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R. Now let us see what is the expression for potential energy. Potential energy, U, is equal to, the expression for potential energy U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught or into E square, or E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R, minus, because here we have positive and negative charges. we know that potential energy in that case becomes negative. So potential energy U is equal to minus E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. This is the expression for potential energy. So this potential energy U is equal to minus E square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Multiplying and dividing by 2. So U is equal to, on multiplying and dividing by 2, I get minus 2E square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R is equal to minus 2 into, we know that E square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R is nothing but kinetic energy. E square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R is K. So instead of E square by 8 pi epsilon naught into R, I write K. So the potential energy U is equal to minus 2 into kinetic energy. So this is the relation between potential energy and kinetic energy of an electron, which is revolving around the nucleus. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. U is equal to minus 2 into K. Next question is, separation between two energy levels in an atom is 2.3 electron volt. Separation between the energy levels. Consider these two energy levels. Separation between these two is already given, that is 2.3 electron volt. Then the frequency of radiation emitted when the atom transits from upper level to the lower level. When an electron jumps from upper level to the lower level. So this is the upper level and this is the lower level. Energy of this upper level is denoted by EU, energy of U. Similarly, energy of the lower level is EL. When an electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, photon is emitted, excess energy. Whenever an electron goes from lower level to higher level, it absorbs energy and goes to the excited state. When the electron jumps from this excited state to the lower state, it releases energy in the form of photon. Frequency of radiation. What is the frequency of the radiation emitted? So what is the frequency of radiation emitted when the atom transits, electron transits from the upper level to the lower level? Energy of the photon, E is equal to h nu. We know the expression for energy, E is equal to h nu. This energy must be is equal to energy difference between these two levels. That is, E is equal to energy of the upper level minus energy of the lower level. That is, E is equal to, this energy is equal to the difference between these two, energy of the upper level minus energy of the lower level, EU minus EL. The difference between the energy levels is already given, 2.3 electron volt. That is, EU minus EL is already given and its value is 2.3. So E is equal to 2.3. It is in electron volt. Convert it into joules. How to convert? We know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joules. So into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Now the energy is in joules. So this energy is equal to h nu. So this difference must be is equal to h nu. Therefore 2.3 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 is equal to h nu. We have to calculate the frequency, that is nu. So nu is equal to 2.3 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by h. H is Planck's constant, 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34. So nu is equal to, so 2.3 into 1.6 is 8, 138, 3, 2. 368, 3.68. So in the denominator I write 3.68 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by same 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34. So it is approximately is equal to 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. So 0.56 into 10 to the power minus 19 minus 34. When it goes to numerator, it becomes plus 34. So minus 19 plus 34. Nu is equal to 0.55 or 56 into 10 to the power 34 minus 19 is plus 34 minus 19 is plus 15. So 15. 0.56 into 10 to the power 15, or frequency nu is equal to 5.6 into 10 to the power 14. 5.6 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. SI unit of frequency is hertz. So nu is equal to 5.6 into 10 to the power 14. So option B. So the frequency of the radiation emitted is equal to 5.6 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. Next question. Question number 24. According to Bohr's theory, the wave number of last line of Balmer series. What do you mean by wave number? According to Bohr's theory, the wave number is denoted by the symbol 1 by lambda, which is equal to nu bar. Nu bar or 1 by lambda is a wave number, is equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. The general expression for wave number is r into z square 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. But this Bohr's theory is applicable only for hydrogen atom or hydrogen like atoms. In case of hydrogen atom, z is equal to 1. So for z is equal to 1, wave number nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to, so no need to write 1 square, r into 1, which is r, divided by 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is the formula we are using. What is wave number? What is the definition of wave number? Wave number means it is the number of wavelengths in unit distance. Wavelength, the length of one wave. So this is one wave. The length of one wave is called wave number and it is denoted by lambda, as you all know. So the number of wavelengths, how many wavelengths are there in unit distance, that is called wave number. So here 2 wavelengths are there. So how many wavelengths are there in unit distance, that is called as wave number. So wave number is 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. For the last line of Balmer series, we obtain the Balmer series when an electron jumps from higher energy level to the second level, that is n1 is equal to 2 and n2 varies from 3 up to infinity. The last line of Balmer series. For the last line of Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to infinity. So this is only for the last line. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by 2 square, that is 4, minus 1 by infinity is 0. So 1 by lambda is equal to r divided by 4 is equal to, r value is 1.1 into 10 to the power 7. Rydberg constant r is 1.1 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 4. 1 by 4 is equal to 0.2. Here 1.1 divided by 4 is there, so we get the value 0.27. 0.27 into 10 to the power 7. 10 to the power 7 is equal to 0.27 into 10 to the power 7 or 2.7 into 10 to the power 6. So 1 by lambda. The wave number of last line of Balmer series is 2.7 into 10 to the power 6. The SI unit of wavelength is meter, so 1 by SI unit of 1 by lambda is per meter. So the correct answer is 2.75 into 10 to the power 6 per meter, that is option C. Next question. Question number 25. The wavelength of first line of Lyman series for hydrogen atom is equal to that of second line of Balmer series for hydrogen like ion. The atomic number of hydrogen like ion is. Atomic number. What is atomic number? The number of protons or the number of electrons. It is denoted by the symbol Z. We have to calculate the atomic number of hydrogen like ion. The wavelength of first line of Lyman series is equal to the second line of Balmer series for hydrogen like ion. I will divide this problem into 2 parts, that is part 1 for hydrogen and or case 1 for hydrogen and case 2 for hydrogen like ion. For hydrogen or in case of hydrogen, atomic number Z is equal to 1, wavelength of first line of Lyman series. For the Lyman series, N1 is always is equal to 1 and N2 varies. first line of Lyman series. For the first line of Lyman series, n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 2. What is the expression for wavelength? We know the expression for wave number. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. 1 by lambda is equal to, the actual formula is r into z square. Z is 1, so r. 1 by n1 is 1, 1 minus 1 by n2 is 2, 2 square, that is 4. 1 by lambda is equal to r into 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4, so 3 by 4. 1 by lambda is equal to 3r divided by 4. Therefore, lambda is equal to 4 by 3r. The wavelength of first line of Lyman series for hydrogen atom is equal to 4 by 3r. R is a constant. So, lambda is equal to 4 by 3r. Now, for case 2. Case 2, hydrogen-like ion. Hydrogen-like ion. We don't know the value of Z. Second line of Balmer series. For the second line of Balmer series, for Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 3, 4, etc. For the second line of Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2 and n2 is equal to 4. For the first line, n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 3. For the second line, n2 is equal to 4. 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square 1 by n1 is 2 square minus 1 by 4 square. 4 square is 16. So 1 by lambda is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16. So 16 minus 4 divided by 16 into 4. 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square. 16 minus 4 is 12 divided by 16 into 4. Here only you can simplify. 1 by lambda is equal to r into z square 3 by 16 or 3rz square divided by 16. Lambda is equal to 16 divided by 3rz square. 16 divided by 3rz square. Wavelengths are equal. The wavelength of first line of Lyman series for hydrogen atom is equal to that of second line of Balmer series for hydrogen like ion. So wavelengths are equal. For case 1, lambda is equal to, what was the expression? Lambda is equal to 3 by 4r for case 2. Lambda is equal to, this is 4 by 3r I think. Lambda is equal to 4 by 3r. For the second case, lambda is equal to 16 divided by 3r z square. Both the wavelengths are equal. On equating, we get lambda by 3r is equal to 16 by 3r z square. 3r cancels. So 1 is equal to 4 by z square, or z square is equal to 4. Therefore, z is equal to 2. Therefore, the atomic number of hydrogen-like ion is 2. Z is equal to 2 for helium atom. So, the correct answer is option D. Option D is correct. D is equal to 2. Take down. Thank you.